Hey guys, what's going on? It's Twintuitive717. I am back with another video. I hope everyone's doing incredibly well. I'm on today to do a reading around the Divine Masculines. I want to know what messages they have for their Divine Feminines right now because a lot of them are working hard. I keep getting the King of Pentacles energy. It could be an Earth sign masculine or just the energy in general where they want to be more of like a leader, more trustworthy towards you, Divine Feminine, before they come back. And a lot of them are working on getting their pentacles in order. Okay, I sense that many of them aren't feeling very confident right now because they're so busy working on like money, getting their own place. I feel that their Divine Feminine has really gone through quite a transformation, and it's not that the feminines have the upper hand, but I feel like you are quite the ideal partner for your masculine at this time. Not only do they find you extremely beautiful, attractive, loving, warm, but you're very self-sufficient and independent, Divine Feminine. And I am getting that for a lot of the feminine collective. It wasn't always this way. Your masculine watched you transform into being this unstoppable force. And I feel like now that the feminines are kind of kicking their feet up, relaxing right now, your masculines are the ones at work. The message that came out here is I need to get stable first. And that's, again, what a lot of them are feeling. Many of them may still, if they're young, like they still live at home with their parents, or if they have karmic situations, then they may share a home with like a partner, whatever the case is. And I feel like there's been a lot of endings in those areas. And right now, what you guys may not be aware of is your Divine Masculine wanting a place or a space of their own. So that way they can explore the connection with you a little bit more seriously. Okay, they don't want to waste time going out on like dates and like small talk, and no, like they want to be in private with you so that you guys can have a lot of deep heartfelt conversations, especially making up for the past, sharing a lot of spiritual stories too. Like I see you guys coming together and like having a laugh at some of the synchronicities that you guys have experienced, some of the lessons that you've learned. And like what I'm seeing is because the masculine's wanting to get stable, once they have that confidence back, you guys will be surprised to hear some of the things that they have gone through and just how much they know about this twin flame journey. I feel like they'll have a lot to enlighten the Divine Feminines about. And if you guys are readers in the community as well, it will help your perspective grow, especially when you're reading the Oracle and Tarot cards, okay? Your masculine will bring a lot of knowledge and truth about this journey, and I feel like it will assist you in performing readings for the collective. Okay, let's see what else the masculines want you to know, feminine, at this time. So I keep my distance, but I do want you. Okay, and because they're trying to get stable first, part of them keeping their distance is they don't want to approach if they're not ready. And that's part of that King of Pentacles energy I was talking about. They want to be a leader. They want you to look at them and feel like you are safe and you feel secure and you feel protected. I feel like these are some of the masculine qualities that a lot of them didn't, it wasn't really developed within them, or they didn't really have a clear understanding of why they need to be stable and secure. And I feel like they're kind of just starting to tap into knowing and understanding the feminine energy, and they really want to like step to you, Divine Feminine, in a way where they embody that. Okay, so many masculines are really hard at work and they're really busy right now. A lot of them might be MIA, and that's how you guys know that they're going through certain aspects of this journey. I feel like a lot of your masculines are not on social media. They're not posting pictures of themselves. I feel like if karmic people in their lives are posting pictures, it's very like filled with illusion. Like these karmic partners might be posting old pictures that have never been on social media before, and they're trying to make it appear as though they're recent pictures. Do you know what I mean? Like, so just be mindful of the illusions. And I feel like the genuine connection between you and your Divine Masculine, like they're just wanting to let you know that they have their eye on you, you know? They watch you and they're keeping their distance, but the reason they're keeping their distance is because they are busy working. Okay. So I'm not romantically involved with my karmic anymore. Okay. I feel like many of you need to know that, especially since that message as well came out with the pictures and trying to create illusion. Many divine feminines as well in the collective, you guys have really mastered just like cutting ties, like very Queen of Swords energy, cutting ties with your divine masculine. A lot of you aren't really feeling the need to watch them or keep an eye on them in any way, because I feel like divine timing has really settled itself into the feminine energy, where a lot of you are just open now, and because you're wanting to attract people, places, and things to you of a high vibration, I feel like that energy is keeping you away from like worrying or obsessing or even just really caring what the divine masculines are doing right now with the karmics. I don't feel like many of the karmics have power over the divine masculines anymore, because again, there's no interaction there that's like romantic or intimate. Many of your masculines are living with their karmics, but they're sleeping in like different rooms at night. Everything I feel like is just an illusion from the outside, but if you guys knew what was going on behind closed doors, there would be a lot more like understanding for what your masculines are going through right now. Okay, and the last card we have here is I need space, but I'm right here, don't go. And part of that needing space is wanting you to know, like, I don't feel confident. I don't feel like I can court you or pursue you in a way that makes you feel attracted to me and aroused by me. Your masculines are really good at picking up on the energy. Like, a lot of your masculines are very psychic, guys, whether they know it or not, and they can pick up on the energy between you two. And if you guys will notice, your masculines usually come through, or they'll message you, and it will make you just light up. It'll never be at a moment where you guys are like, oh great, it's him, like I don't really want to talk right now, or you know what I mean. And even if they do and they sense that energy from you, they'll ghost really, really quickly, because they don't want to feel like any kind of energy about you being repelled or repulsed by the journey, or repulsed by them in any way. So again, a lot of them are working really hard on getting their finances in order, their resources. I'm really strongly feeling like a place of their own. Many of them are wanting to change jobs. If you guys didn't tune into the general reading for the collective, I talked a lot about, many of the masculines being leaders, like being entrepreneurs. I know a lot of you in the collective, it doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine, but you might have had that theme kind of play out in your own life as well, where it's just not the same working for someone else as it is working for yourself. And many of you have probably in some way, shape, or another gone on this journey to becoming more self-sufficient. A lot of your masculines are really taking that very seriously right now. Like, they want to have something of their own when it comes to business. Okay, so they're definitely busy at work, but they're thinking about you a lot. And I feel like with the card coming out here, I'm not romantically involved with my karmic anymore. I feel that many of the masculines want you to know at this time, like, even if they are still trying to close those cycles or end things off, they really don't want you feeling triggered by anything going on right now, because it would just be a waste of energy and time, divine feminine, because really, like, what I'm getting from these cards is there's nothing going on there. All right. How is the masculine feeling towards his divine feminine right now? What are some romantic messages that he wants her to know? What's going on in his heart space, despite a lot of the hard work that he's having to do right now in his own personal life? What does the connection stand with this divine masculine? Okay, those are way too many. Okay, so I'm just going to take what I'm guided to take. So we have the Ace of Wands here coming out. He's working really hard to just build with you, divine feminine. They're lying naked in bed here. There's a fireplace in the background. He's wanting to provide you with a lot of comfort. I feel like he thinks that you deserve that. And furthermore, what I'm getting through this Ace of Wands energy here is like, this is a new feeling that many of your masculines are feeling at this time. Like, her belly even looks a little bit pregnant in this card here. But I feel like that's what many of them are working towards. Like, they really want to come towards you in this King of Pentacles energy, because a lot of them are getting like really emotional about wanting to like marry you or have a family with you or have kids, and like they're kind of scratching their heads going, man, I never wanted those things, and all of a sudden I meet her, and they're having this like little bouts of anxiety, because many of your masculines never thought that they would be in that position to really like settle down and meet someone. Like, I can almost like see the energy of a lot of them feeling like that whole like marriage thing and family life is just not for them, or that they would never meet someone or attract someone in their life that would ever make them feel that those are the kinds of things that they wanted to align themselves with. But now they are, and it's like the divine feminine is doing this. She's the reason behind a lot of these feelings, okay? And with the energy of the one as well, it's like your masculine's becoming a new person, I feel, with this. You know, he's wanting to attract new opportunities. He's wanting to be, her little tail in the background. She's so cute. They're just wanting to discover a new part of themselves, this part of them that keeps coming out. It keeps resurfacing, where they're just thinking more deeply about their lives and their desires and their goals. And I feel many of them are aging too, and that's kind of setting in. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups here that's coming out. Many of them are being guided to continue to walk away from things that just don't feel like true love. I feel like many of them have had it when it comes to these karmic relationships, you know. A message with this Eight of Cups as well that I'm getting is that a lot of these karmic partners have held on to this divine masculine simply because the divine feminine showed up and has all of this love for the masculine, okay? And I feel that for a lot of these karmic partners, that was very triggering to have you come into the masculine's life and love him the way that you did, regardless of whether he had someone, or many of the feminines couldn't control the way that they were feeling. And I think that many of your masculines are starting to see now that a lot of these karmic partners weren't in it genuinely. They were just in it because they felt threatened, or like they didn't want to lose. And then the divine feminine completely backed off. And when the divine feminine completely backs off, I see the masculines seeing the karmics go back to their old ways, going back to doing things that they normally do. But when the divine feminine is in the picture, or they can sense her energy, it's like they're the perfect little angel, you know. And your masculines are starting to really recognize these patterns, okay? And I see many of them orchestrating time for themselves because they really do need that at this time, just to like clear their head, to clear their mind. Okay, a lot of cards fell out here, but right away I noticed the Hermit card, and what was here as well? We have the Nine of Cups. So Eight of Cups and Nine of Cups, okay? So walking away from someone who really doesn't pay attention to you. Like the look on his face here is that he's so in love and he's trying to hold her hand and she's just completely distracted, you know? That's the energy that he's been guided time and time again to walk away from, because the genuine love is there with his feminine. But many of you might be like, then why the hell doesn't he just walk away and be with his feminine? Well, the feminine now presents many challenges for this masculine, right? Like her energy is very strong. Like I can tell that many of the feminines are in a place of like taking care of things, like taking care of yourselves, taking care of your families. And many masculines know, like when they come towards you, it can't be the energy that they were in when they were with these karmic partners. And furthermore, like when they were with these karmic partners, I feel like a lot of their resources and money and like their whole vibration was just being continuously dragged down. These karmic partners might appear very shiny on the outside, okay? That very like superficial kind of fake image of like, oh, having someone and like the Instagram girl and like all of that kind of plastic stuff. And for a while it was like your masculines were like, yeah, this is what I want. But now that he's met the feminine and he was in that hanged man position, and it put him into the Hermit, he himself now is feeling the way the divine feminine feels, which is a lot of you aren't on social media. I see a lot of divine feminines too being repulsed by social media. It's almost like when you guys are on there, you can't be bothered with like just the whole superficial feeling of it all. And your masculine is starting to view the world like that. Therefore, you become quite alluring and attractive and like his perfect match is what I'm getting. And the reason your masculines couldn't see it before was because your energy, divine feminines, like when they are in the matrix, so to speak, or in that superficial energy themselves, then they're going to be attracting that same energy towards them. And now that their vibration is shifting, they want an energy like their divine feminines, and now their karmics are appearing to be like so plastic and just so like, ugh, I need to get away, hence trying to ground themselves and work really hard to get a place of their own. A lot of them just want privacy, and that's what I'm seeing too with this Hermit card. But in their privacy or in their alone time, they're just constantly thinking about the divine feminine there in the background. Okay, and then we have the Nine of Cups coming up here, and the Lantern here always represents like hesitating. Okay, and I feel that what I'm getting through this cup card here is because the masculines are now walking away and moving towards the divine feminine, it's like her energy is like a little bit hesitant to kind of get back into this connection, because you guys have done a lot of work and a lot of growth has happened. And I think that this card is indicating that like that King of Pentacles energy that I felt before this reading here, even with that Ace of Wands coming through, this card shows that your masculine is serious. Like even the way he's kind of holding his hand, I see him really explaining to her this time around that like they're serious about making a commitment, but they're not going to do that before they're able to, again, feel really confident. And for many of them, that is getting their pentacles right. I know money's not everything, but for your divine masculines, like part of them showing their love for you, their admiration, is like a lot of them just want to take care of you. They want to give you things that you don't necessarily need, you know what I mean? And it's like for them, they take pride in doing that. They want to provide for you. And if you have children, divine feminine, they're probably working even harder as well, and on an emotional level too. Like even with that Ace of Wands card here, if they're like a younger masculine and they don't have any kids or anything like that, and let's say you have kids, they're starting to like look at their behaviors and look at the way that they present themselves, because again, if it's a divine masculine, he's going to intuitively know that like if you have kids, like that's part of you, and he's going to have to be, you know, a good example as well. So that's why a lot of them, you know, they kind of ghost and they come in and out and they stay away at times. And it's good when they stay away, especially if you are in that energy of like, you know, being like a Queen of Cups and you have kids and you have a family. They know that, you know, in order to really approach you, it's going to take some work. You know, some maturing is what I get, which is why they're after that King of Pentacles energy. Okay, so the last two cards we have coming up here is the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Swords. Okay, so yeah, many of your masculines definitely want to, come rushing in is what I'm getting, but they can't right now. Okay, and if you guys aren't familiar with the Knight of Swords card, I would just Google it really quickly. And same with the Nine of Swords. But just the Knight of Swords energy in general is riding into like the thick of something, standing up, defending something. And I feel like for your masculines, it's defending the relationship that they have with you, no matter how wild it might seem, no matter how organic and raw it might seem, or even just unorthodox is what I'm getting. So have a look at that Knight of Swords card if you guys want to give it a quick Google search. And if you guys want to search Tarot of Sexual Magic, Knight of Swords card, and take a look at it. Like, to me, it's someone that wants to come rushing in towards a connection that seems very unorthodox, and people have their eyes on you guys. People are watching you. It's almost like a lot of people around you are waiting to see what happens, because many of the masculines, people are noticing like there's something changing about them. There's something about their energy that's really different, and it has a lot to do with this divine feminine. But it's maturing this masculine. It's making him change into someone that he seems so different from now, you know. And I feel like that all has to do with that card there with the is it the Ten of Swords? I feel like it's the Nine of Swords here. And there's that black cat too around the both of them. They're in such a passionate position with him kissing her neck. You know, there's the black cat there that talks about the intuition and the thoughts that both of you have been receiving just about each other. And like the 9 energy as well, you know, many of you masculines, again, they are in their thoughts about creating a lot of security and wealth and attaining a lot of assets and going on this great quest in life towards their divine feminine, because what they felt for you, it can be undone. And a lot of you need to know that. And I feel like your masculines are in the thick of that right now. What they feel for you cannot be undone. And whether you guys know it or not, the reason a lot of them have been MIA is because they've been trying to wrap their heads around getting ready to really take some action here with that Knight card coming through. And it's not going to be easy for a lot of them, guys. And that's why a lot of them are striving so hard to get a place of their own, because I feel like if they have a place to go to on their own, lock the door, they're going to start telling everybody what they need to from a side. They're going to start putting people in their place from a side, and they're not going to care about who they make uncomfortable, because again, they're going to go retire off to their own space. All right, so I don't know who this reading was meant for, but I hope it finds you well. I love you guys. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one, okay? Bye.